Should have waited until he got his mic back.
There it is.
Hello again.
Yes,
Yes.
now we hear you.
Yeah, it took a while. I'm sorry for that.
No worries.
Nice to meet you, all of you. We
Yeah,
met
nice
at Groningen. You were hosting us on the boat.
We're on the boat. Oh yeah, you're on the boat.
Yeah, we came with Z actually. Z brought
Yeah.
us to the event.
That's so funny. I don't know why I didn't put this together that you were on the boat and hacking with Z and you were and you I just totally thought those were different people.
Yeah, okay. So I have like 4 or 6 students, design students, and so I'm running internship inside of my own company. And when Z asked me to do something uh, regarding the logo for the Common Stack, uh, I was just at the class and I was like, okay, here is the task for my students. So
Nice.
our approach is very, deep learning kind of. So just if to be short enough, so we do some research in next way. So we take, for example, the goal which we place in behind the UX of precise something, and we dig in different vectors of research. So we try to understand the audience that you guys might need and you are interested in acquiring, so we tried to figure out which feeling logo should evoke in them so they can go through your user acquisition funnel pretty efficiently. So there is a bunch of the questions that we found answers to, which is like who are them, how they first engage the project, the common stack. Um, I mean, by that I mean like context of, for example, the Odyssey hack or some Ethereum community conference, or I don't know, maybe they first read the article on Medium or something like that. So we wanted to figure out the most possible and the most crucial ways and environments they're engaging the project and the information about the project. So we wanted to get the UX criteria that precise context can place on their understanding and their expectations toward the logo that we're going to create. Then we digged in uh, when, at what precise moment of their online session, like user journey, they encountering the logo. For example, it can be the bottom of the landing page, it can be the header of the Medium article, the author, YouTube channel, whatever, discourse, GitHub, whatever it might be. So um, all of those things can place some criteria and requirements towards the logo. For example, if we are talking about the Medium articles, yeah, and Medium platform, they have these two simple green like lines around the logo. So, for example, if we would use some practices and ways, for example, like complex system innovation logo, where it's all roundy and consisting from the lines, it can conflict or make a wrong emphasis or whatever it might be. So we wanted to get all of this. Then we tried to figure out what the user expectation from these previous 3 questions comes the fourth question. Um, what the potential user, potential contributor to a common stack project can expect from a logo of that project. So we don't want to ruin or create a conflict between the viewer expectations, the marketing, the niche. Users have very powerful habits, and they used to something. For example, this hacks thing about the blockchain project, it's like saying already that if you see the hacks thing with 6 angles, then probably it is about blockchain. So we wanted to find everything about that we potentially can. And the ways that we're doing that research is, so we're trying to create a cause and effect, how do you say it? It's really hard, that's such my brain is all fuzzy. So you try to create some hypothesis, and then you search for some articles that can prove you wrong, that your conjecture is wrong or right. So, for example, while trying to decide with a color palette, we figured out that most of the PhDs and successful PhDs with good life and work balance, and that want to get engaged in such project, are during their studying were engaged in green projects and social impactful projects, because most of 80% of PhDs who in US who has successfully completed their studies was involved in such projects. So they want to feel like, like they are doing something important that helps them to overcome some stress and blah, blah, blah. So from that article, we do some cause and effect conjecture and then we go to the article and research of the marketing company that did a research about which color can. So basically, how do we tie that conjecture, that information about the PhDs and technical people and like token engineer, not crypto people, like who really interested in complex things, complex systems, design of those systems, etc. And how to tie it to the research about the colors, how they affect on the cognitive function of the user. So blah, blah, blah. I'm talking way too much. So I wanted to present basically on Monday a couple of variants of the logo for you guys to choose on. So you will see the logo prototype and the description. This all are used because of the conjecture and then a proof link. So you can go and dig in those articles. For example, if you want to get some proofs on, for example, color usage, etc., or you just want to forget about that and try to, I like that, I like that. So whatever approach you might like or feel like doing will help us, because for us, after watching like 5 hours of briefs videos and reading a lot of articles, and like we got really, some fancy variants that we like a lot. There is like 3 of them that I like a lot, especially. And like the funniest, most fun thing that I found out during that research, then when we were doing the logo for the Blog Science and when we were implementing their website, we've done the animated logo. So, and right now it seems like this is a trend right now. So we're considering that the logo animation can be used as well, since you are all the high-tech dudes that can probably figure out how React.js works at some point. So yeah, we're a lot of the thoughts and meaning, probably like not a half, like a third of the meaning and the UX will be inside of the animation.
Cool.
Our goal is to attract and like evoke curiosity in science and tech people, as you said, so they can go to read some of your articles, get involved, and in the end, end up as a part of the project.
And so Max, so that's fantastic. So after reading and doing the research that you guys did on like and watching Griff's talk, did you like summarize it in a way, like saying like this is like what when you start working on a logo, do you first say like this is the tone of voice that we're looking for, these are the core aspects, or is it just like you read all of this and then you just started creating logos? How did that process go?
So we're going from our understanding how the UX is formed, how the process of how UX emerge from different things, and how those different things can affect the UX of the logo itself. So we're considering that UX overall is like, you know, their feeling, their understanding, and their willing to get involved is closely tied to the UX, like to the perception of the Common Stack project as a whole, and logo would be like one of the first things that they will engage. So we, in order to create a right and solid, simple UX of the logo, we need to understand the context and environment where
that makes sense.
I'm answering your question, or did I get it?
Well, the question is more like, so if you're gonna present it on, I get what you're saying, but the question is then more like if you're gonna present some logos on Monday, is it are you just gonna say like these are our logos, or is this with the logos? Is there like a how do you call it, a rationale, like a short explanation?
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah,
there will be like a PDF file with on every single page there will be a logo variant, there will be a definition or like explanation, and there will be a conjecture, and then there will be a proof link, so you can click on it and go and like look on the data that we found that was feeding our research. So you can just from the first glance you can see, oh, that conjecture seems legit, so okay, we will go that. Or no, this is a bullshit, let's do other way, something like
that. No, that's fantastic, because that was indeed a little bit my question, like because otherwise I saw it happening in a, I don't know if Griff saw it passing by, but there was like this logo exercise happening in another Telegram group that we are in the community of communities, and then they made just like 50 logos without any explanation, and it's like, which one do you like best? And
can I share a screen with
you guys?
Yeah.
But so yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
So can you see it? Yeah.
Yep. I see Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I see me.
Yeah.
So the document itself right now is like, you know, it's a draft where my students like dropped all the data they found. So
that's what I was talking about. That's exactly.
So the audience, who's the audience? What do they want to change the world for the better place? Where did this came from? For example, you can go there and see that the PhD should be about improving society, not chasing living kudos. And all of those articles have the, you know, how do you put it, sources as well. So it can give you some information, some data to prove your conjecture wrong. So it goes like how the ways they engage the project. So we need to know UX criteria, where it can be engaged, where the information about the project can come. So there is most of the links came from your data input. So we just needed to understand the environment in which it would be engaged, like related brands, what user expectations towards a logo might be like. So there is like ResearchGate, A bunch of the texts are in Russian. Don't.
No, that's okay. Could you maybe
I
go
will
back?
be doing like the composed file, complete file of the research to present to you guys, so you can like see what's going on and user experience. So there is a lot of things that, and there are some conclusions coming in the end of the. So the common working with the common text logo was really fast. Usually we're doing that kind of research like for a couple of weeks, but working with the common text logo was really easy to do because you guys have so much data to dig in, and you just need to find some data sources for your conjectures only. You don't have to look for the information about the project. So those are recommendations. For example, when with the most precise moment user will interact with logo and why. So there is like a simple mind map where it can be engaged. There is some, like for example, Google search, no restrictions, white profile, GitHub have white profile backgrounds where logo or profile for the form, website usually are dark gray. YouTube have touch restrictions, Medium have round shape for the logo to semicolor green lines. So those are, where it can be used, so we don't end up having a conflict with some of the platforms that you guys probably might want to use in the future.
Cool. Could you
so
maybe go?
I will be doing, not all of that will go in the end, like a spreadsheet of the research for you to investigate, but probably I will decrease some of those. Not from all of those came the proven conjectures that we're using in the end of the logo, in the logo.
I think I just hope that it's also taken into account that like a lot of people love open source software, and that kind of is probably going to be like the first causes out of the common stack. And so that is like, yes, making the world a better place, but when I think of that, I think of like helping children and like say hugging trees and that kind of thing, right? But then I think what these guys will think of is writing code that everyone can use for free, right? So as long as I just want to throw that into the mix.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same when I saw you scrolling through it, like the who, for whom are we doing this, and the why. For that one, I think it's indeed important that it seemed indeed very wide, just from the links, of course, that were in there. But it is for token engineers, and it is for people who work in the blockchain world and so on. So it's a very techie, codey, geeky kind of world that you're already in, and that narrows it down a little bit. So, but you guys saw Griff's presentations and so on, so probably you guys know it, but it wasn't really in the document. So I have a little bit of the same reaction as well.
Yeah, guys, don't make a judgment upon that document. It's like, it's like a sandbox where the students was just throwing the links just to get the data mass. So
okay,
yeah,
no
it will
problem.
be present, like most of those things won't be in the end document, and probably will just be looking. So we are the outsource company, and usually our clients don't want to get that involved too deep. So probably you will be just exploring the logo and all of those conjectures and proofs for that arguments for that conjecture that are basically for that logo, not just the whole thing. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and so what actually comes out of the branding? We'll get a logo in colors, I assume.
You will get a logo in like several states, for different use cases, like monochromic types, simple icons, several of lookups of the logo. And this is not like a complete branding, so because we just was only asked to create a logo, and yeah, you will get in the end you will get like a complete logo bundle. I don't know how to say it.
Okay, cool. Well, then we can indeed like maybe see on Monday what you guys came up with. And because the thing that we were talking about just before you got on the call was then with the logo, we will probably need a sort of like some guidance on like if because we're building the website, like what background colors or background or color coding you would advise. But we
Yeah,
can
so
talk
you're talking
about
about the
later.
guidelines, and usually, let me show you my screen again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I usually don't like to take so much time from people.
Oh, that's a nice background.
So we have something. Uh, yeah, can you see it?
Yeah.
So this is like a brand guidelines for the block science, but the thing that is interesting for us right now is like our logo segment, which is basically the autonomy, the colors, the lookups
Mm-hmm.
of the logo, those guidelines like clear space, negative space around the logo, and basically with that kind, we can create and we will create that kind of instruction, like a simple couple of pages, so you guys can know how to use it properly. Um, yeah, and you will have the source file, you will have the Figma file. We can just pass the ownership of the Figma file to Griff or one of you. Like, so you will have the complete access to the thing, so you can like play with it more if you want.
Okay, great.
That's awesome, Max. Dude, thanks for jumping on and giving us a lowdown. I can't believe we're getting on Monday. That's so fast, man. Thank you so much.
When
No worries.
when are we gonna do this? Because we have
So
a call on
I
Tuesday, right?
to be honest with you guys, I really don't know how much time I will have on Monday, because I have design jam with Protocol. I have some talks with folks from the
No, but
client.
that's fine. I think maybe Griff, can we not just do it during our call on Tuesday, or do you want it on Monday?
Well, Tuesday's pretty late for Max. I don't know if
Yeah.
he'd be interested. But,
Tuesday, it's after Monday, yeah? It's not Thursday. Or I can feel
it's Friday right now.
Huh?
It's Friday right now.
It's Friday. Yeah, probably. Which time zone are you?
We're in Europe for the most part.
You're in Europe,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, a couple hours from me, I guess.
yeah, we can. I think we can set up a separate call when on Tuesday. I'm pretty free on Tuesday.
Same.
Yeah, let's do that Tuesday.
But you'll give us. But you'll actually give us the documents on Monday. Is that true?
As you like. If you feel like you want to receive a walkthrough through the document, yeah, I can. If you feel like we are okay just with a thing, I will just drop you a link to Figma, or I will just send you the PDFs with like a complete PDF, so you can like.
If you prefer like presenting it and when you send it, then we can do it during the call as well. I don't think Monday or Tuesday is that important. And so
Yeah.
in what time zone are you?
I'm.
What time is it now?
Ukraine.
Give me a second.
I think it's.
I have a timer on my watch, but why do I need a timer?
I'm pretty sure he's in Ukraine, which is just 1 hour ahead of Europe, right? Or is it 2?
Here it's 4:20 right now. It's 4:20. Almost.
Oh gosh, it's too late already. It's 5 p.m. and 20 minutes.
Okay, so you're 1 hour ahead. So there's Common Stack Core call at 9. So maybe we could do just before. So that's like 8 our time, and that's 9 p.m. your time, or is that too late?
9 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Actually, it's okay.
Does that work for you, Griff? Okay. Let's do it then. Okay. Cool. Then I'll send you an invite, and then we'll see you then.
Yeah, and
Should I send you or my email or something?
Sure, you can like put it here in the chat.
yeah, let's make sure Max can come.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Let's not set that time concrete because definitely Max will want to come.
Okay, so I'll just ask in the chat then if that time works for
Yeah.
people, or you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I drop my email to the
Sure.
brief? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I can't find the chat button on that.
No, it's okay. I can pass it to him.
Open close. Oh, open close chat. Okay. Choose a nickname. Okay. Found the bug. Yeah, here it is.
Okay. If it's okay, I'll just put it in our core meeting group. Then we have it for the future.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you guys. I have a call in 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, okay. No, thank you so much.
I hope I got you excited. See you on Monday.
On Tuesday. Perfect.
On Thursday.
Tuesday.
Whatever. Yeah, I will get a
okay.
email invitation, I hope.
You will. See you later. Bye. Okay. He's online, Max. That's good. I'm quickly gonna grab my charger. 1 second. And I would just invite everyone to that one, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the only thing that matters is that Max is there. I don't think anyone else needs